Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel Held Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you're seeing and if you want to see more. Coming up in today's episode, Stade Gilbert Brutus gets a Tongan and NRL star for 2023, bans and injury reports post Challenge Cup final, and as Cameron Munster finally spoken out of where his future lies. And we start today with the news that Catalans Dragons have signed Siua Taukeiaho for the 2023 season, as the Sydney Roosters prop has signed a 2-year deal with an option for a third. The announcement comes a week after it was announced that Warrington have signed Gil Dudson and Sam Cassianos away from the Catalans Dragons for 2023. Taukeiaho has been in the NRL since 2013 after debuting for the New Zealand Warriors. The prop, who can play also second row and loose forward, has played more than 150 games for Sydney, scoring 174 points since joining from New Zealand Warriors in 2015. He's also won 2 Premiership titles in 2018 and 2019, and 2 World Club Challenges in 2019 and 2020. He has also represented Tonga on 11 occasions and New Zealand once at the representative level, and he was named captain of Tonga in 2019 too, as well as hoping to play in the end of season Rugby League World Cup. On the announcement, Taukeiaho said, "Joining Catalans Dragons is an exciting opportunity for me and my family. I'm looking forward to linking back up with Steve McNamara, who I know well from his time at the Roosters, and also some of my former teammates. While I'm pleased to have my future sorted, my only focus right now is to do my best for my teammates and paying the Roosters jersey the respect it deserves each week. I will wear it throughout the remainder of this season." Speaking about his home club, the Sydney Roosters has been my home for almost 10 years. I love the club and the people in it. There have been some special times, and I'm looking forward to creating many more memories for the rest of this season, said Taukeiaho. Rampaging forward, Taukeiaho has played in 10 games so far this season and had 18 tackle breaks, while offloading 13 times out of the tackle. His runs average at 139 meters a game, and he's made over 250 tackles so far this season. Good player, and a 94.1% tackle efficiency seems to be a good way forward for Catalan. Speaking on his new charge, Catalan's head coach Steve McNamara said Siua is an outstanding player and professional who will bring many qualities to our team. He's a very talented all-round player with great leadership skills. I know him well from my time at the Roosters, seeing firsthand just how hard he has worked to reach the highest level in becoming an NRL Grand Final winner on 2 occasions and being the current captain of Tonga. Taukeiaho is the first foray into the transfer market for next season for Catalans Dragons, as they have lost 3 of their forwards. Joe Chan is going the other way to the Roosters, while, as mentioned, Gil Dudson and Sam Cassiano are going out to Super League rivals Warrington Wolves. Now we come to the after effects and fallouts of the Challenge Cup final between Huddersfield and Wigan Warriors. Both sides have received player bans and some unfortunate player injury news. First off the reckoning is Morgan Smithies, who you see here being handed off by Ricky Luatelli, which a few moments later an incident occurred where it was a high tackle, and due to this Morgan Smithies has received a 4-match ban following his club's Challenge Cup victory. The 21-year-old has been charged with 2 separate incidents during the game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, The forward received a grade C high tackle charge and a B grade high tackle charge. Both incidents equal 2 match bans each, taking the total bans to 4 games. As I said, it was the tackle that Ricky Luatelli was high in the clash, meaning that though he could have been given a yellow card, however, Smithies remained on the field. Smithies will miss the games against Castleford, Salford, Toulouse and Wakefield. The incident ruled as a high tackle, tried to tackle but reckless about the outcome, was the statement from the RFL disciplinary. Meanwhile, Huddersfield captain Luke Yates received a grade B high tackle charge himself. The forward received a 2-match ban penalty notice. He will miss the trips away to Catalans Dragons and then the home trip against Leeds Rhinos in the Super League. It was an interesting game, and we don't have the incidents for Yates's yellow card in picture form, unfortunately, but the RFL was deemed it sufficient enough to give it a 2-game ban. Both sides then had players that key to their examples of how to play the game and how they want to play the game lost due to injury during the game, as we saw Cade Cust for Wigan and Chris Hill, I apologise Chris, being led off the field due to injuries. So Cade Cust left the field during the second half with a suspected shoulder injury, receiving treatment on the field and looking in discomfort. He was replaced by returning skipper Tommy Lulai, who went off for his second spell of the game. Cust, 23, has been in great form this season and is one of the linchpins of the Wigan attack. Meanwhile, 34-year-old Hill left the field on the 20th minute due to a leg injury. It was the England international's 5th appearance in the cup final and won it twice with Warrington. Both players are definitely out of this weekend's clash, which is what they have set for the next this Super League weekend, but the extent of the injuries are not too clear. They may be short-term injuries or they may be season enders, we just don't know. But as soon as we get more information, we'll get that to you as soon as possible. And finally, we turn our attention to Melbourne Storm star Cameron Munster, who has dropped an enormous hint over his future at the Melbourne Storm, suggesting he will remain at the club as long as coach Craig Bellamy does. Munsters Future has been one of the hottest topics in the NRL season, despite the fact he isn't off contract until the end of the 2023 season. The Dolphins' entry into the competition has created a new storyline around Munster, with the expansion club reportedly desperate to sign the star and potentially even talk. The Storm is giving the Queensland origin half an early release. The Storm have stated time and time again that they won't let that happen though, and even then it has been extremely unclear what Munster's preference over the next deal is. Speaking from the Queensland origin camp though, Munster has reportedly told Channel 7 News in Australia that he doesn't want to leave as long as Bellamy is in charge. Katie Brown of 7 News Brisbane said, "As long as Bellyache is still at the club, I don't see myself leaving." According to reports, this was Cameron Munster's words. That could only lead the Storm to increasing their desperation to try and lock Bellamy down in the head coaching role. He's on a 5-year deal, which began this year. However, the super coach has the right to call it a day at any time and move into a back office role with the club. There is intense speculation that Bellamy would hang up his clipboard ahead of next season, although he recently committed to remaining in the role for the 2023 campaign. Bellamy himself admitted he had given it plenty of thought, and the Storm were forced to extend the deadline for the coach to make his call. That coincides with when Munster is off contract at the Storm, with the club reportedly unable to match the money being thrown at him by interested parties. Following the high-profile signings of Ryan Pappenhausen, Jerome Hughes and Harry Grant, Munster can formally receive offers from clubs as of November the 1st, 2022. So what do you think of this whole saga? Do you think it is just playing for money? Or is it a genuine belief that the Storm could go downhill if Bellamy goes? He has brought in a legacy and some good players, as well as a philosophy that everyone takes on board. Good players want to go with good coaches. And if you think Cameron Munster's good enough, he'll want to go with the best coach. Or it could have been found out elsewhere. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see to see what happens, but it's forever. We keep asking the question. We'll probably see at the end of the season. And that's it for another episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe and share this video worldwide, as well as clicking that notification bell for any updates on new videos that may be coming your way. Tell me what your thoughts are of today's episode. We have got a few stories for you. Cameron Munster sagas travels on, as well as the injuries and bans from Wigan and Huddersfield following the Challenge Cup final. And the signing of Siua and Taukeiaho going to Catalans. That's a very interesting one. What can we do, eh? So, let's see how he goes in 2023. But it's a coup for Catalans. No matter who they sign next, might not be as big as them. Literally. Comments, please. All welcome. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to share this video worldwide as we look to grow this wonderful sport of rugby league. But in the meantime, please stay safe. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you in the next episode.